know what you're saying, but I love you. I love you, baby girl. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, arigato. Date bayo. Yeah, I have to go back to work in a second. Yeah. Yo trabajo en el sol. En el verano. Trabajo bien. Hombre, llega el sol con su puta madre. Quema, güey. El sol. The sun burns. But not like you, baby. You're hot as shit, motherfucker, girl. Baby girl. No papers. No, nothing. Just good, yes. Porque nadie habla, hijos de su puta madre. ¿Ya las dejé sin palabras o qué? Oh, yeah. Asian. Me gustan las chinitas. Very good. Date bayo. Oh, Sasuke. No. Oh, ramen. Uy. I love ramen. Me mama el ramen. El
Damn, bro. Took you a minute. Yeah, I got you something. You for real?
What? I thought that's what you guys like.
Bro, when I say give me some, I mean like some Cheetos or like Doritos or something. Newports, backwoods, I don't even smoke.
That's not what you like?
That's like me saying, that's like you telling me to go in there and I bring out a Modelo.
And I would drink that if you brought me a Modelo.
You racist?
No, I'm just thought you
That's like you tell me get you something to drink and I go in there and bring out a cup of ice.
I mean, if you don't want it, I'll take it back.
Yeah, come on now.
I'll...
What if I put my beanie down and drove like this? Hey fucker, hey fool. Come on now, bro. What the fuck?
So what do you want? I'm gonna get you
some snacks, bro. All right, bro, come on,
so you want Kool-Aid then?
¿Sí sale o no sale? La foto ya salió.
Pásale, güerita, taquitos bien calientitos.
¿Dónde, perro? ¿Dónde, perro?
No manches, ese loro sí se la sabe, ¿verdad? Que Dios que sí.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, yeah. Lovely. What's the matter?
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Relax. Do it now.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
Put your hands behind your back. Now. Give me your hands. Final.
Enemy down.
And boom, monkeys, welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel, man. Freaking Tokyo Satoshi stream, episode numero dos, man. I am here to entertain you monkeys. In Texas, it's currently 9:22 a.m. Over here on the other side of the world, it is almost midnight, 11:22, man. I was like, you know what? Why do it so early, man? People are still freaking like hauling ass trying to get to work and shit like that. Why not do it a little bit later time, man? So that way they get settled into work. If they're permitted to listen to me at their job, then they got that opportunity. So said, why not, man? Why not, man? Shout out to the first Moon Ganger in the chat, man. Moon Pill Rational Optics. What's going on, amigo? Thanks for being here. We got Boomstick, man. It's Crypto Emergency Latinos in Tokyo, Beaners in Tokyo, bro. How you monkeys doing on the other side of the world? Well, it's good to see, man. It's good to see, man. Rumor has it that a certain fucking get-together, tickets for a certain get-together have gone live already, man. So that's fucking dope. That's fucking dope, man. Not much to talk about today, cats. We did pump a little bit. We did make a new, not an all-time high, but a new recent high in the 80-day cycle. And it seems like we still got a little bit of time. to finish this 80-day cycle, or we could continue to the top side. I think Charlie's perception of this, or his interpretation of where the cycle's at, we're at about day 16, give or take. I'm still a little bit different. I think we still got about 10 or 15 days before we end up dumping. Let's see which way the market takes us, man. Let's see which way we go. The S&P 500 did do very well, though, and that's probably why the market started rallying as well, man. What do I intend to talk about today? And we'll do BTC and ETH, man. Today's not going to be that long of an episode, man. At the end, I got a little treat for you cats as to what's going on with peptides and stuff like that, bro. There was an FDA warning letter release. I think it was last week. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit, man. Other than that, let us move forward with the show. Let me see. Okay. Almost aquí adelante. Let's go over to Bitcoin, man. Share screen. Let's see which way Bitcoin's heading, dude. And again, cats, this is not going to be too long of a stream. Maybe 30 minutes tops, I think. So sit back, man. Put on your safety belt, man. Freaking, let's haul ass into this shit. All right, BTC. ¿Dónde estamos aquí con BTC? Let's go to the daily first, man. And this is what I was talking about, cats. Currently, again, being redundant, you guys saw my last stream. We came from 0, came down to 1, shot up to 2, and then we came down to 3, and it seems that we're oscillating sideways on this 4. We did make a new recent cycle high, and that was on the 14th, and we did go up to what? Bitcoin hit 76,120 ballpark in it. And as per Charlie, if I take his measurement, donde chingas tengo mi, if I take his measurement, donde estamos ahorita, and I pull it back, we should be on day 17. That's per Charlie's count. That's the count that he's got going. So he's estimating that the last 60-day cycle, or the 80-day cycle, was at approximately 51 days. I'm still under the belief that we got some time. So Charlie's at 17 days. I think that we're currently at about day numero 68, and we can push all the way out to day 80, and that would be April 27th. The farthest one that I've seen on the recent 80-day cycles has been, I think I had one at 85. This one's showing 82. So let's use that as an example. So puede ser que we'll push up all the way over here to about April 29th. Or April 30th, I think, ballpark, for the end of the 80-day cycle. One thing I am noticing, though, man, dude, it almost was a double bottom. You guys can see it right here. Let me draw it up for you cats so you guys see exactly what I'm talking about. Aquí. Y aquí. Where's it at? Here and here. But they didn't really measure up, or they didn't, like, measure up at the exact spot in order for it to be a double bottom, which I don't think it is. One thing, Charlie will likely be correct if we do end up pulling this off here, man. I could see a cup and handle possibly forming, and let me show you cats exactly what I mean. You can see it right here. It's coming up here, and then if we come down, boom, then we end up shooting up. That's one of the possibilities that we can go through. And that is a plausible possibility. If that does occur, that is correct. That can happen that way. And then if that's the case, Charlie will be proven right. But one thing that I am noticing, bro, is we got a big-ass bear flag. I see that cup and handle possibly forming, and I see also a big-ass bear flag forming. And where do I have my drawing tool? Again, being redundant, cats, here. You can see that we got that bear flag. And we could end up dumping to the downside. Now, mind you, that would put us at about April 29th, give or take. Let's see what the Bill Williams alligator is indicating. Let's activate this bad boy. Well, this is the cool thing about the Bill Williams system. And it gives Charlie a plausible argument that the 60-day cycle is in, and we're at about day 17. Because the awesome oscillator here at the bottom is showing momentum climbing. You guys can see that right there. You can see the momentum climbing. This would have to reverse in order for the market to come down, but the momentum is on Charlie's theory for the most part. My theory is based on this bear flag that we do have here. And of course, I do think that we are in the fourth portion of the Elliott wave, which usually tends to be a very boring part of an Elliott wave cycle, man. And 4 can be the most dangerous, man. This is where majority of traders lose their dinero. You know what I'm saying? Again, I intend to buy a little bit more when we come down here to about 58, give or take. Now, mind you, cats, I did make a little bit of a purchase on Bitcoin just to cross my T's, dot my I's, man. If we do end up freaking rocketing to the upside. So I did that just in case, because I do see the possibility of a doggone freaking cup and handle forming. So food for thought, monkeys. That's what I'm seeing. And you're seeing the Bill Williams alligator open up. Now, be advised, cats, again, being redundant here on wave 4. Usually what happens, if you look at the Bill Williams alligator, it always intertwines and it oscillates sideways for a long period of time, man, especially when you're establishing that B wave within the 4th portion of the Elliott wave, cats. So food for thought, man. If you're gonna DCA in a little bit. Don't throw in your entire bag, man. I do expect for us to finish this Elliott wave. Now that I am confident on. And if you guys want to see it a little bit more clearly, I'll draw it up for you, monkeys, because I understand I got some truckers in here like Tex-Mex or freaking doggone Fit Trucker and shit like that. But this is what I'm expecting it to look like a little bit, man. See that right there? Oops, Control Z. And let me take this off, cats. And I apologize for all this convoluted screen. I'm not working on my conventional screen. But you can see we got the 0, the 1 to 2, came down to 3. We're coming up to 4, and I'm expecting 5 to be inbound shortly, cats. So food for freaking thought. We could end up crashing a little bit more, and I am expecting for us to crash and to dive into this monthly fair value gap, which is very attractive for the market, man. And it's below the 50-week moving average, which represents this blue line right here. Vamos a ver. Let's see, where are we at? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing in that aspect. Now let's take it over to the weekly. Share screen. And let's check out BTC on the weekly, cats. Let's see what BTC says on the weekly. And you could see that we came down here, and you also see a little bit of a bear flag forming as well, man, here on the weekly. Now, one of the things, though, on the weekly, and I'll show you guys this momentarily, but you can see that we have a little bit of a bear flag forming right there as well. You know what I'm saying? But one of the badass momentum things that I'm seeing on the weekly, though, is this awesome oscillator. You can see that it's turned green. So, and you can see that it's deteriorating. Well, it's not deteriorating. It's increasing to the upside. And as soon as we cross that 0 threshold, I'm expecting us to pump a little bit more. Again, being redundant, you got the 200-week moving average, which would put us at about 50, 59, give or take. And that's where I intend to DCA a little bit more, cats. Un poquito más. So let's use the EMA ribbon on this bad boy. And on the EMA ribbon, check that out. It's contrasting data. And you can see that we're riding the 200, the 200 EMA right there. We're using it as an area of support, and you can see that the freaking that the doggone EMA ribbon in itself is acting as an area of resistance, and we are getting fanning on the EMA ribbon, red to the top side, yellow to the bottom, which usually indicates bearishness. So it could be that we'll come up here to about 78, get rejected, and return back to the downside. It does have to battle its way through all these EMA lines before you could say we're in the clear. Now, be advised, the market is attracted to where we're going to, because this is a fair value gap on the weekly. You see that FVGW? That is an area the market is attracted to. But we also have one down here, which we did end up freaking just getting out of this order block. Now, mind you, cats, in the other drawing that I had for you on the daily, you saw that big-ass fair value gap for the 5th portion of the Elliott wave, around 59 to about 56, give or take. And that is on the monthly. So it makes it stronger than this fair value gap on the weekly. But be advised, the market bounces that way. We can go up and then continue back down. And that's normal when it comes to liquidity. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So that is what we have on BTC. Let me show you one of the TA guys that I follow here on Twitter. and what his assessment on Bitcoin is, and I kind of agree with him. Let's see, ¿dónde está esto? Da Vinci Germain, Bitcoin bull trap is in play. New lows are coming again, and he's got these two areas of resistance right here. And these two areas of resistance right here, man. You can see that we're climbing up into that, and then that means we would dip to the downside. Of course, he's using not fractals, but he's using like prior history to indicate which way we may go. I'm assuming this cat went ahead and he grabbed this data from this portion over here, and then he dragged it over and he put it over here, which would make sense. And I kind of concur with him. I do not think the bottom on Bitcoin is in yet, but that doesn't mean you should be DCAing. Now, shout out to Nellyville, man. Nellyville, I like the way that cat does it, man, since he's a pretty busy individual. He's a family man. He's got to work freaking where he works at. He doesn't really have as much time as he doesn't really have much time to be studying TA or fundamental analysis. So what he does, he just DCAs weekly, regardless of what price is, man. And that has been proven to work time and time again, man. So food for thought on that, cats. Vamos a ver dónde se encuentra Ethereum. Let's see which way Ethereum's going. ¿Dónde está el ETH? We got a little bit of ETH. ETH is looking very similar to BTC. And you could see, oh shit, ETH looks like it wants to form, and this is on the daily, monkeys, by the way. Let's see, let me fix this up for you monkeys so you guys can see this clearly. And let me get my ugly face out of here. So going back to the Ethereum chart, you could see right there that we are having, it looks like it wants to form a little bit of a cup and handle right here. See that right there? Boom. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me freaking redraw that. Una vez más. So you can see that we're forming a little bit of a cup and handle and then coming to the downside and then shooting back up. So it can play out that way. That is a general possibility. Now, I was looking at this chart and you could see that the Bill Williams alligator is starting to fan out, and you can see that the market wants to use it as an area of support. And this is on the daily, cats. Let's see what it looks like with the EMA ribbon. EMA ribbon, let me turn off my Bill Williams alligator. EMA ribbon is showing that the market does want to flip bullish. And it's weird because Bitcoin is a little bit different. The market does want to flip bullish, at least in the immediate time frame, and the 200 EMA line is acting as an area of resistance here at 2660. There is a huge fair value gap in this zone, but I really don't like to take that into account yet because this is on the daily chart. But you can see that it does seem that we do want to start rallying a little bit on this one. Vamos a ver. Let's put the sucker on the weekly and see how it looks. And you can see, let me show you, cats, exactly what I'm talking about. You see this fair value gap right here on the weekly. Boom. And we've already made contact with it. Let's see. Have we? Yep. We have already made contact with it. We're starting to pierce into it. And we could go halfway into this one and then dump back to the downside. Let me mark it as FVG weekly. Boom. It's right there and it's evident. Activating our EMA ribbon, we do have resistance in the immediate area. We have a shitload of resistance. So what this tells me, Ethereum could rise here to about 2567. And this is a good point to get rejected before it continues back to the downside. And we dive into these fair value gaps. And these are weekly fair value gaps, which is very powerful. Of course, that would be a cool play. Come up here, come back down. It will look a little bit like this. So it would be boom, and then we would come back down before we start rallying back to the upside. That's what I'm seeing with ETH. Now, mind you, what I'm telling you, cats, is not financial advice. You know what I mean? It's not financial advice, but nevertheless, man, it's something that you guys can take into account. And yeah, that's BTC and ETH. That's the data I got, BTC and ETH. You monkeys want to see? Oh, gear of the day. Yes, since we can't own weapons here in Japan. Even though it is Japan, you can't even own nunchucks and shit like that. Not that I know of. You know, I don't know too much about Japanese law. But I brought my flashlight out here, man. Love carrying this sucker at night. I got this at Mod Light. Hell of a flashlight, man. Great if you're rocking a firearm. You know what I'm saying? Especially for weapons like the USP that you really can't freaking you can't really mount a light on it. I like running it like that, put it on my pinky. You know what I'm saying? This is a hell of a fucking light, bro. Hell of a freaking light, dude. So let's check out Solana. Vamos para Solana. And don't worry, cats, I do have the fragrance of the day. Sad part is I can only bring 2 of my frags out here to Japan, dude. Vamos a ver. Vamos con Solana. See what we got on Sol. There it is. Let's see what Sol's got. Let's see what we got on Solana, vato. Let's go to Solana. All right, this is Sol. Let me show you guys a little bit of my workflow. I'm going to bore you guys a little bit with this shit. Let's go to the weekly first. Let's see what we got on the weekly, and let's look for some fair value gaps. So I see that this wick is here along with this wick, and there's dead space in between this candle. So I will go over here. I will grab my box and start drawing up those fair value gaps. And I will mark this as FVGW, put that there. I'll go above that one, and I'll do the same. So for the sake of time, since you know this one is the same color as this one, you don't have to mark it as much unless you're really bad with keeping track and shit and you're always changing shit up. So these are all fair value gaps on the weekly. Let's see what else we find. And currently we are riding a fair value gap on the weekly where we're at right now, hence why we're trending in this zone. Now let's look at some shit historically. We've got another one down here on the weekly, down to this side. And where does this one come from? It comes from this time frame of about November 23rd. That's a fair value gap there. And we've got another one down here. And this is why I never, ever fucking doggone do my workflow on live stream, because it gets boring, cats. This shit can get boring. We've got another fair value gap right here. Dude, there's a shitload of fucking fair value gaps. But for now, let's use these. Let's mark uno más. Uno más. I don't think it'll go down this low because I think, do you cats remember what the last bear market, how low Solana went? I think it went down to like 12 bucks or some shit, no? Ballparking it. If you guys remember, drop it in the chat. All right. You guys see that I drew up my fair value gaps. I know it looks convoluted, cats, but the reason I'm doing this is because I want to know where we're going in the immediate area. Let me get my ugly face out of here so you guys don't get confused on all the shit that I have here, bro. It shows us where we're going in the immediate area, man. Momentum on Solana is bullish. And how do I know that? Because the awesome oscillator is indicating that it's green on the weekly. So that means we could end up getting a rally and we could end up pumping to the upside. Let's see what the Bill Williams alligator has to say about that. AFDSA. You can see that we're still bearish. The alligator is still trending in a downward fashion. So it may be that we'll continue to the downside. We do have a price zone, and this would be dope, man, if it comes down here to about 50 bucks to about $46. We have another price zone of about $40 and $34. I think these are probably the main areas we're going to get to when we go down to the bear market. Could it be that we'll come down here to about 31 to about 29? Yes, possibly as well, because I think we went down to 12 bucks or 10 bucks or 8 bucks like that last bear market. You know what I'm saying 15-ish. What do you mean 15-ish? Oh, like about $15, give or take. So yeah, those are the areas we could end up going to, that I think we could end up diving to. But I mean, dude, if we come down here to about 47 bucks, 50 bucks, dude, you bet I would start DCAing into this. But be advised, cats. Be advised. If you haven't DCA'd your fucking dinero a little bit of into BTC and ETH, man, you should have no business buying Solana. You need to make sure you establish that fucking that portfolio of where it's solid, where you got your BTC and you got your ETH. This time around, man, I want to be more BTC heavy than ETH heavy. Know what I mean? Because I just want to be on the safe side of things. Know what I mean? So we could come down to these zones. Let's put it on the daily. Now, on the daily, dude, we have a big-ass bear flag. También. It's pretty evident right there that we have a big-ass freaking bear flag. Let's draw it up so you cats can see it. You can see it right there. And that would indicate that we're going to dump. Awesome Oscillator is starting to flip bearish here on the daily. And let's see if we can find a cycle on this. I haven't... last time I did this with Solana, man, we were doing about 20-day cycles, give or take. But, dude, then it went completely haywire. So this would be the bottom to about here. So it's about 25 days. Y luego do another one over here. See what consistencies we find. See what I mean, bro? It's just Solana's been a train wreck, bro. In the sense, or all altcoins have been a train wreck as far as their cycles go, ever since fucking ETH has been completely discombobulated as far as its cycles goes. Notice that not even Charlie really counts cycles anymore too much on ETH anymore because, dude, it's just not, ETH is not being consistent. Maybe we could argue that now Solana's running on 30-day cycles. Let's check one more. So de aquí, no me gusta. 18 days. See what I mean, cats? So it's for now. The last two seems like they've been 30-day cycles. The one prior looks like it's maybe an 18-day cycle. So taking that into account, let's say we do another 30-day from here at the bottom. Estamos hablando of finishing it up like around what, May 2nd, give or take, ballpark. We could end up going to the upside or the bottom side. Right now, it seems like it's oscillating sideways. It looks like we are in Elliott Wave 4 on Solana as well. But again, that's the data that I do have. Price zones we could go down to being redundant. So you guys remember this shit and take notes of this. About $51 to about $46. Good point to DCA. Next zone would be $39 to about $33. I would probably throw in majority of my dry powder in this area. This is where I wouldn't wait till we go down to 31 or 30. I would probably do it here because it's safer. Know what I mean? But of course, I wouldn't be getting any ETH or any Solana at all if I don't have my fucking Bitcoin and Ethereum. Know what I mean? So that's three coins we covered today, monkeys. Fragrance of the day. What do we got? Let's get you guys the fragrance of the day. Estamos. Fragrance of the day. Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme. I like this one. This is pretty universal, bro. Here in Japan, man, people don't really like fragrances too much. So the ones that I am rocking, both of the ones that I am rocking, these are pretty soft. You know what I mean? Try to stay away from the dark fragrances in Japan because, dude, they can get pretty doggone freaking thick. This is a great fragrance, man. Highly recommend it. Universal. Everybody loves vanilla, man. So this one is great. Vanilla is always a good base because you got people that don't like the chocolate flavor. Yeah, there's actual fragrances that smell like chocolate. Yes, dude. And dude, some people it's gross. But vanilla is always a great baseline, man. Highly recommend this bad boy. $120. No, $160, I think. Highly recommend this one. Dope ass fragrance, man. Dope ass motherfucking fragrance. All right, cats. Now let's see what's going on the peptide front. Share screen. Now I was talking to Grok, and Grok was telling me that if I fuck it, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do, man. Grok was telling me if we're doing this only for freaking for reporting news, then it's okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's report some news. Let's see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over here to my doggone freaking Twitter, and you can see that the FDA has released this letter. This was on April 7th. This is last week. FDA has issued 7 warning letters linked to 20 plus violative products with concerns about GLP-1s and other products sold to consumers marked for research purposes or not for human consumption. These products may pose serious health risks. Do not use or purchase unapproved GLP-1s products marketed for research purposes. Let's see what the comments have to say about that. Let's see what the comments. I drank a fifth of Retta and BPC 15 dare me to drive. Look at this one, also known as don't pay $360 per year for weight loss peptides. You must pay Big Pharma $6,000 per year out of your own pocket instead. So this is what the FDA put up on their official site. So then we go down here, get effed US FDA. You're only gatekeeping for big pharma. Gonna have to hurry up on those lawsuits before y'all miss out on the sweet, sweet profits. Effing scumbags. And then S clips, I don't trust the FDA. I'd rather use something than non-FDA approved. So so there you go, cats. This is what people think about the FDA's warning on peptides, bro. They don't like the idea that people are using them. They don't like because they believe that they are dangerous. Now, if I click on this link here, it'll show me the companies which are not approved. Or I think the FDA sent them letters or something of that nature. Let's check out those companies, see which companies those are. You know what I'm saying? So the FDA is saying that these are the companies that they issued warning letters to. Let's see which companies they are. Let's see. Vamos a ver. Stop screen. So it says right here, man, warning letters. Learn about these types. These are the warning letters that the FDA issued to these peptide companies. And you've got the first page here, man. Online RX Meds, RX Goods USA. They issued them all warning letters to stop selling these gray market peptides. And this is an official letter issued to them by these companies. If we go over here to page 2, there's one over here as well. And there's one that I highlighted because I was looking into this one. It's called Mile High Compounds. And this one, if you go to Peptide Critic, it tends to have a lot of reviews. So let's go see the company which was warned not to be selling these peptides because we want to stay away from that company. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what company that is. Let's see what company that is because we're not permitted. These people should not be selling. You know what I'm saying? And they got letters. So let's make sure we go there so we can stay away. You know what I'm saying? So we go here, and this is the company. They're called Mile High Compounds. And this company got a letter from the FDA that they should not be selling these peptides whatsoever because they're not approved by the FDA. So make sure you monkeys stay away from this company, even though I got if you look at my cart here, I've got 4 of them in there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm staying away from this company. So make sure you guys stay away from here. Don't come to this website. You know what I'm saying? So you guys know. So yeah. This is, and mind you, none of this video is financial advice or medical advice, cats. So you know, stay away from those companies. Don't mess around with any of those peptide things. It's got to get approved by the FDA first. We shout out to freaking Hex. What's going on, man? You're late. It's okay, man. You got replay gang. Let's see what else we got down the pike, man. I think that pretty much covers it, cats. Unless you guys got any questions. If you guys got any questions, let me know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, cats, that pretty much covers it for this show. I'll try to be back one more time this week, and of course, maybe I'll have another episode. You know what I'm saying? That'll be episode number 3. Again, Tokyo Satoshi stream, episode 2, and we will be having an episode 3 soon. I will catch you monkeys on the flip side. Peace.